Hey, buddy. How you doing? Good to see you. So, Uriah, how does it feel getting done with the TUF finale? Well, the show leading up to it. How does it feel to get out of the house and be back to normal life, if there is normal life?
Um, there isn't really normal life, but it feels good to be done with that. I mean, it was 7 weeks, and it served its purpose. I had a lot of fun with it. It was a good experience, and I feel like, you know, a big part of that show is giving this opportunity to the next level of guys, and I feel like, both Conor and I, put in some good work to help the next generation along, and it was fun. Me and Conor had some good banter back and forth. Everybody seemed to enjoy it, and I think we both had fun with it as well.
Did you accomplish what you wanted to with the TUF show?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I went in there with a duty, and I did my best. I mean, it wasn't like the last time I coached the show where we got to pick our teams, and I mean, it was kind of like, hey, here's your guys, and here's your guys, and do your best with them. And in a 6-week period, I feel like I was able to add a lot to the guys, and I feel like, they made some improvements, but, I was asked to do that, and I accepted. So I feel like I did what I needed to do.
Well, what would be like the surprise of what you didn't expect that from being on the show that happened?
I don't know if there was any real surprises. I mean, I guess I just got to get to know Conor and his guys a little bit better, and also this is the first time that I've been in a 6-week period for the show where you're basically looking at these guys fighting every couple of days, every 3 days or so. So it's just a different kind of mentality. It's a different kind of game planning. It's a different kind of training. So I was, kind of in a realization that these guys are in a tough situation. So that was kind of surprising.
Talking about Conor, he had a luncheon with the press last week, and he mentioned that both of you guys got along well. He likes you. He even mentioned he'd like maybe even hire you. Did you hear that?
Yeah, he could hire me to spend all my money. He's good at it.
If he hired you, if he could afford you, what would you do for the Conor camp, like leading up to this Aldo fight?
I'd probably take all his suits and throw them away, buy him some sandals and some shorts, and tell him to save his money. Maybe sell his cars or whatever else dumb things. Stop renting big houses and buy a couple nice houses. Just more of an advisor would probably be a good role for me.
Financial planner.
Yeah, financial planner. I'll take a large salary.
Talk about this fight that he has. How do you think this fight will go with Aldo?
Man, I think that Conor's strongest attribute, aside from being one of the biggest guys in the weight class and having really powerful stand-up, is his self-confidence. But he's dealing with another guy that's been unbeaten in 10 years, who's also very confident, even though it's a quiet confidence. And so I think Aldo's the better fighter. If you look at skill sets, well-roundedness, I think Aldo's the better fighter. But Conor's got that confidence, and I don't know if he's getting in Aldo's head. I'd like to think he's not, because, we know Aldo is such a calm, cool, collective guy, but he seems really pissed off, and I don't know how that's going to, pan out. I think Aldo has the edge for sure, but Conor's got that chance with a heavy pace and a heavy punch.
Are you surprised that Aldo's underdog?
No, because the betting lines are made by people betting. It changes as people bet. So, I mean, the odd makers make the odds, and then it's adjusted. And there's a whole new generation. It's like a whole new generation of activated MMA fans that weren't there before. That's because of Conor in Ireland and in Europe in general. So I think we're seeing that. But I didn't really I don't look at odds. I don't know what the odds are, but I'm not surprised at anything.
So how are you feeling for your upcoming fight?
I feel really good. I feel, my weight is on point. It's always a real struggle to make the 135-pound weight class, especially after being up at the weight above where I was actively trying to gain weight. So, yeah, no,
Were you a lightweight?
I mean, a long time ago I was, but the very beginning, just because out of, I had to. Yeah, but yeah. So this is the first time where I gained a bunch of weight and was keeping it on. So coming back down is always a struggle, but feel good.
Do you see this the IV ban as being an issue with the fighters, and will it make things harder with you?
I don't know. I never used an IV when I fought 145s. It felt fine. I've always used it as a 135 pounder, but I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. We got plenty of time to recuperate. I've cut weight for years and years and years, so it's not like something I haven't done before. So
talking about Jose and how Conor has basically pissed him off, as you said. You spent a lot of time with Conor on TUF. You seem to get on pretty well with him. You seem to mesh relatively well. There's a bit of banter going back and forth. I mean, how much did your opinion of Conor change as a result of being on the show with him? Or did it not change at all?
No, it didn't change at all. I mean, Conor's competing against my team. He's close to my weight, etc. I mean, I never had anything against Conor. I said that from a long time ago. I actually jockeyed myself into position beyond that show, saying a few things, etc., and possibly getting a fight. But I always thought Conor was cool. I mean, I like real, and I think that he's real. I like that he says what he feels, etc. So we always got along before then. Also, we had one little exchange right before Chad's fight, which was kind of strange in general, but I think we were comfortable enough to have that exchange where we got in a little tussle behind stage. Otherwise, punches could have been thrown. So he's a good guy. But we did have fun hanging out and talking a bunch of crap to each other.
What was the best bit? Was there something a moment that perhaps didn't make it into the show?
Oh, there's all sorts of moments that didn't make it into the show.
Is there one in particular you could share with us? I'll put you on the spot there. Sorry.
Yeah. There was a lot of really funny banter back and forth, and they surprisingly got a lot of it, but there was a lot of stuff that didn't go. I told Conor, he was talking about how he's got all this money and everything, and I started calling it the McGregor roll. And so after I won I started always saying the McGregor roll, like, oh yeah, the McGregor roll is the hundreds on the outside and the $1 bills on the inside. And then I won all the money from doing the watermelon drop, and the money that we won was actually hundreds on the bottom and a bunch of ones hundreds on the top and ones on the bottom to make it look like a bunch of cash, $10,000, when it's really just a stack of hundreds like that. So they basically did the McGregor roll, and I go, oh my gosh, and I go, Conor, look, dude, did you put this bundle of money together? It's got the ones on the top and this and that. I also told him that he, I said, make a lot of money? He said, yeah. I said, oh, how's your new house? Oh, it's amazing. The house is amazing. It's beautiful. I said, well, are you paying your rent on time? I said it because if you come to California like you've been talking, I'd be happy to rent you one of my houses. But I'm going to check with your tenant, the guy that owns the house you're living in now, and make sure that you've been paying your rent, keeping the place up, and etc. And he was like, wow, well played. So we had a lot of that kind of stuff that didn't make the show, but they got all his stuff in now.